we're out here riding around doing more errands, and I forgot to have bullet points to talk about, but hopefully I can remember some of them. So why am I recording? Why do I have a channel? So this is going to be a progress of my motorcycle riding that I have just started. So today is July 30th, and I started riding in April, or I bought the motorcycle April 1st. We'll say April 1st is when I started, because when I bought the bike I would just do clutching up and down my driveway, just getting used to the clutch. So now that I have a GoPro, all the gear, and I'm riding around, oh crap, I'm doing this the wrong way, and gravel. This is the wrong way I need to go. Let me go this way. So this is just going to be me, my learning experience for riding a bike, motorcycle, and my progression through. Now granted, I did tell my parents that I was going to be making videos of how I'm driving and make sure that I'm not a nuisance on the road, and they hate the fact that I'm riding a bike or riding a motorcycle. They hate it. They don't agree with it. And so I am in my late 30s, mid to late 30s, and this is my first motorcycle. And growing up, you can never own anything like this. When I was 16, my dad and I went to go look at cars for me to 16, 15, yeah, 16. We looked at cars for me to buy and what I could ride around, and I saw that the CarMax had a red Miata. So we went up there to take a look at the red Miata. No, not putting, I think at the time I was 16 or 17, a 16, 17-year-old kid and a Miata. I mean, granted, I know where he's coming from, but that kind of gives you a background. So motorcycles are definitely out of the question. Let's see, in my 20s, I had in fact, my mom told me that, hey, this person is getting rid of a bike. They just want it gone. Do you want it? And I said, yeah. So buddies and I, we got truck and trailer together. We went up and got this Honda. It was a 400. It had a V-twin. The heads came out like right here on both sides, and it was drive shaft driven. If anybody can remember, or if I could tell me what kind of bike that was, I know it was a Honda, I know it was a 400, I know it was a V-twin, and I know it was shaft driven. Other than that, I don't motor much. So we got the bike, put a battery in it, fired it up, and I rode it around, and it was a good learning experience for having a bike. So we were going to take it back to my parents' house, and they said, you bring that bike home, you can go find another place to live. Like, well, you're the one that told me about the bike, and I went and got the bike. So now I have a bike, didn't have a place to put it. Fortunately, my friends at the time let me keep it at their place. They rode it around. Friends do what young kids do what young kids do. They thrashed on it and drove it. By that time, I kind of given up hope, because now then they already had sport bikes and stuff. That was the first bike I had. Let's see, the second time I rode a bike was, it was a friend's place. We were in a field. They had some ATVs, like smaller ATVs, and they had a couple of dirt bikes, and I was more comfortable with ATVs at the time. These are ones you had a shift, so I had a clutch and a shifter down here. Oh yeah, I always forget about this damn light. Right there in front of the police station too. Had a clutch and a shifter on it. So, and then they're like, you want to ride the bike? I'm like, well, I've ridden like, you know, a long time ago. And they're like, ah, go for it. Like, if you drop it, you drop it. That's what these bikes are for. It's a dirt bike anyways. And I remember it being yellow. That's about it. And we were taking all these little ramps and these little hills, and man, I had it down good. By the end of the day, I was riding that thing like I felt like a pro. So moved out of my parents, lived in an apartment for 10 years. At that place, I wouldn't want a bike. You didn't really want a bike at the apartment place, and with it, I didn't have a garage or anything, with it being open parking. I mean, I had a covered spot. I just didn't want to put a bike right there. And there had been bikes been stolen many times there. All you gotta do is break a chain and go. So no, wouldn't gonna put a bike there. Unfortunately, got a house, got a garage, and saved up a bunch of money. And I decided that, I mean, a couple guys and I for work, we talked, and we wanted to get motorcycles. And I thought, well, this would be a great opportunity to get a bike. Not only have I not ridden one before, but I have people that will show me pretty much how to ride. And I was looking and of what bike I would get, and the Groms at the time was going to be a Navi. Good luck getting a Navi. Good luck, especially right now. Good luck getting a Navi. So went up to a dealer, and they saw they had a Grom. It was already sold, but they had a Grom. I was like, you know, this bike isn't intimidating. It looks fun. Asked the salesman about it, and he told me exactly what it was. And I'm like, you know what? That one would be it. Of course, I knew about the Chinese clones and stuff like that. Now I'm gonna get Honda and get a warranty and all this other crap. So, and I wanted to buy new. I mean, I used, yeah, you could probably find them a little bit cheaper. I didn't want somebody's problem. That, and at the time when you were getting them, I mean, a used 1920 model was going for $4 grand, and you can get a new one for $4 grand. So it didn't make sense to buy a used to begin with. So this is how I ended up with the Grom. It's not intimidating at all. It's very small, and for what I was going to use it to do for commuting, running around town, maybe buying some errands or whatever. This is a perfect little bike for that. Now, granted, if I wanted to go faster, no, this ain't the bike for that, unfortunately. So that's where I ended up getting a Honda Grom. Do I regret it? Absolutely not. Do I recommend it? Absolutely, if you're going to use it for in-town commuting, or if you want to stunt or whatever. But a Grom is the way to go just for in-town commuting. And I've learned a lot of back ways to get to places with this Grom. So, and it's fun. And so every time I drive is another, you know, it builds up my skill. You get in a routine of, oh yeah, I'm going to go this way, or oh yeah, I'm going to go this way. Nah, I gotta change it up a little bit. Emergency. Oh, okay. Looks like there's nothing there. I don't know what speed limit is. So right now heading to I want. We're just going to Best Buy. Take a look at a few things. Hopefully they don't say anything about that. I don't know what it's like for people walking with a helmet and maybe a backpack. Backpacks just so if I buy something I can have it on the way home. So, and I told myself I'm going to give myself a year with this Grom. 1 year. I do have a couple bikes in mind. I've priced one of them out, the Honda CB500F. That's very reasonable, new, out the door. Very reasonable price. Still gonna be in the beginner level bikes, but I'm gonna go in the mid cc range. It's something if I need to, I can get up on the highway and go. The second one was a Suzuki SV650. I just priced one yesterday. They wanted way too much out the door for it. I mean, with the 7,200 MSRP, they want like way much over that. So, and they said they've only been getting 2 in the past 6 months, and their primary focus was on ATVs and side-by-sides. So their focus is not on bikes. All right, whatever. And they had one there. I'm just not going to pull the trigger. To me, the SV650 would be a better bike. But the 500F at its price point is not too bad. And I was considering the MT-07, and I don't think that would be right for me right now. And I feel like as I get older, I think that bike will be more, I don't want to say childish or youngish. I don't know. I don't see me owning it for a long time. The SV650 and the 500F, I do see me having that bike for a while. Light. That's where I'm at right now. And of course, I mean, my mind can change over the years. You know, I might, something else new might could come out. I know there's rumor for Honda having a Scrambler, 500 Scrambler. So that could be interesting. I don't know if I want to go with a Scrambler or not, honestly. I want something that I can take on the highway, maybe attack corners with, because this bike right here will not go on the road that I want to with the corners. 55. Now we'll see what we can do. Get over home on this side. So that's where I'm at with motorcycles right now. The Honda, the Grom, I'm not going to say I'll trade it off or sell it, but I don't want to. I know space is going to be limited for me, but I would honestly like to have this bike around. It's a good bike. It's a sharp bike. It's nothing but good. I've got nothing but good about this bike. I wonder if I stayed on the same. I don't think I did. We'll see. There's no wood. I might be a little lost. What road are you? You're in a residential neighborhood. I had an idea where I was going to go. Maybe... I don't think... we'll see what this next light is. Like, I don't remember being this far. And we're not on the right road. Grayson College. I don't think I'm on the right road at all. don't even know what the speed limit is over here. I missed a turn somewhere. You need to know. Ain't nobody here. And I'm not gonna have those guys stick stuck behind me. Because I don't know the speed limit. 50 through the corners. We'll find out what I did wrong whenever I stop. Yeah, I get lost in this thing. I'm not even worried about it. That is one thing about the Grom. You've got to be subconsciously about the speed limit of where you go, and that's one thing I don't like about the Grom. Like, you've got to kind of plan your routes, and okay, I'm going to go here, here, here. And if you've got a service road that's like 65 miles an hour, you can't get on the highway, obviously, with this thing. Or I wouldn't. I'm sure I could here. I'm not going to. I mean, top speed on this thing with my fat ass is like 55, I've seen. And it all depends on weight. So my buddy's weight. And I'm on the heavier side. So you'll see a lot lighter people. Loy Lake. I can go Loy Lake. I can go 75 too, which is what I want. Did or what I missed. I think I'm over here in Denison. Ah, 55, I'm gonna pass you. I don't know if that's funny or not. It's just weird passing the car on a Grom. Yeah, we're in Denison. That's the hospital right up there. Huh. Interesting. Wasn't supposed to go this far out. I know you're going to take it anyways. After breaking it in, it feels like it's gotten a lot faster. It's got more power. I don't know if faster would be the right word, but more power. And more power is what it needs. Everybody's been enjoying the videos so far. If you have any suggestions or comments to improve or what I should do or talk about, put them in the comments. I'll answer back. My video editing skills have gotten a little better. Not the best, but a little better. 55. It reminds me of that song. Then that old internet meme song. You'll hear me say it a lot. I'll learn how to like take the videos and the clips and have to do, I don't know, I'll learn it eventually. This is where I need. This is where I want to be. I want to be here. It says, can I go here? Yeah, it says do not enter for everybody else. I can go here. I can't go that way. I want to go this way. Is that Mark? I wonder if that's Mark. You Mark? I think you're Mark. So, yay! Oh, how do we go first here? We don't want first. Is this the back way? This is the back way. Yeah, I like back ways. We'll go the back way home and find out what I did, what I missed. If I can park this thing up front. Hopefully I can. Like this. Helps if it's in gear. Alright, let's see where I messed up on. A lot of trash. Back lot of Home Depot. Oh, look, pallets. Not the ones you want, though. Be careful where you ride back here. Alright, this is the street I want. cute little homes. This is HOA. Indigo. Alright, here's where I was going to be at. Is that an ace? Oh, damn. I'm like, freak. Man, I thought I was gonna get excited there for a minute. So yeah, I passed a hardcore because we were on this road. Yeah, I hardcore passed. I wonder if that light has a, I didn't even check to see if it had a sign on it. Oh, yep, yeah, I passed that. They're gonna have to widen this road.